small business is definitely not for the faint-hearted, especially now, which is why I thought it was time to start some communication strategy episodes, particularly positioned for small business owners, so that if you run a business, you can better protect your business, sustain your business, and possibly even flourish in the year ahead by applying some micro tweaks to your communication strategies. Did you know that 93% of people's online experience of your business begins with a search engine? So this year, it's time to map out how you can build your small business communication strategy, taking that into account. So let's start with the most important person, your customer. I want you to ask yourself, how does your customer discover your business and build a connection with you? Chances are, as I mentioned, they find you via a search engine, so please calm down if your Instagram is not at 50 billion K. I'm just under 3K on Instagram, and I'm 8 years in business, and do I look stressed? Nope. This is because I know that in most industries, search engine beats social media by 300% when it comes to people finding a business. So don't let social media intimidate you. This year is all about focusing on communications that help you survive. So I want you to invest instead in your communication strategy on your website. You should be spending more time on your website. Improve your blog quality, add some videos. Think about how much value your website provides and how you can build it even more. Now, I've added more ideas and resources for this over on my website, so make sure you head there to get more ideas. The next question to ask about your small business communication strategy is, does your website serve or sell? Now, 96% of people that visit your site are simply not ready to buy, so you've got to make their first visit memorable and entertaining. How can you do that? Well, I'm going to let you in on a question I ask myself constantly when I work on my communication strategy. And the question is, what would drive me to visit my own website if I were my own customer? And I also ask myself, how would I be feeling when I type the keywords in search that help me find voice science? And then I do my best to speak to that. Now, I know that many visitors on my site arrive feeling stressed because they're worried about their personal, social, or business communication. And in that moment, I definitely don't want to try to sell to a person in that kind of mood. It's kind of not ethical. I need to use my emotional intelligence and find ways to invest serious time in making sure my website builds rapport, is clear, engages, entertains, and possibly even educates. Next up, we've got to talk about your brand tone and messaging. A bad logical flow on your website is like using a font that's too small or creating a site that just constantly crashes. Bad logical flow makes your website hard to engage in and very difficult to understand. So take some time to think about how to make your site interesting and conversational. And I'm talking about in the writing, in the imagery, in the flow of the messages on your website on every single page, so your customer can get to know you easily without driving themselves nuts trying to work out what is this all about and where do I go to find what I need to learn. The best thing about running a small business is the human connection and the inspiration that you have to genuinely solve someone's pain point. And this all comes down to your own emotional intelligence and your willingness to build it more and more to better serve your customer via your communication strategy. And this year, people need you to serve them more than ever. The question is, how are you going to do it? I hope that you enjoyed this little shot and that it has given you some expressive fuel to think about your communication strategy for your small business. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the Voice Science channel, we release videos weekly and we have so many great tips coming to build up your personal, social and corporate communication for 2021. So make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss out. I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a wonderful day and ciao for now.
Enchanté.